Hey, hello everyone. Hello everyone. We will just be waiting for a few minutes to start our Twitter space. Yeah, very excited to be sharing this time with you. We'll be discussing about mercenary capital, about the macroeconomy, and what we're doing, right, to solve it. And we'd love to get it as well. So let's just wait a few more minutes to start this space. Very excited to be here. We're going to discuss the macroeconomy, what's happening with crypto, mercenary capital and DeFi, and what problem it is, and what we can do to solve it, and to put right. That's why we're here. So just waiting one more minute, and then we can get started. Thank you for being here. Fugazi, I see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, thank you for being here, everyone. And hello, as you know, my name is Jeral Rodriguez, and I'm the Customer Success Manager at DeFiner, and your host for this, your DeFiner Live Twitter space, where we talk about the latest updates and everything DeFiner, who we are, why we do what we do, and what we're doing to give you the best DeFi experience in the industry. In our space, we'll talk about DeFiner's current developments and future plans, but most importantly, this is a place where DeFiners can connect with each other and connect with our team and with the broader DeFi and crypto community. This is a space for you. For those who are joining us now during this live session, or who will join us after, I just want to start by saying both welcome and thank you. It's great to have you in this conversation, and thank you for being part of this wonderful community. So before we dive into our conversation today, I want to remind our listeners that I have an open first section. During our discussion, right after the updates, I'm going to unmute you. So please keep your questions, comments, or remarks in mind. Also, this session is being recorded and will be posted on our YouTube channel at a later date. So for those of you who are joining us after the event, please post your questions and opinions in the comment section below. Really would love to hear from you. We all know that we're living through a major bear market, and we have all been affected in some way by it. I don't know if this has happened to you recently, but sometimes I tell people that I work in the crypto industry and tell them what I do, and with passion. I really love this industry, right? And then they just look at me and they say with like a bit of a skepticism. They ask me, "Crypto isn't doing very well lately, is it?" and that response actually bothers me a little. And why is that? Because I think that we just need to open our eyes a little bit more and take a look at the world economy, the macro as a whole. And we're seeing, this happen throughout the whole world, like inflation reaching heights that haven't been seen since, the 80s, more than 40 years. The S&P 500, having its first half since in the 1970, more than 50 years. And we see also that affecting the housing market, right? Real estate. For the past, 2.5 years or so, prices have increased for anywhere between 20-40%, depending on where you live. And it's crazy. Some people, especially the younger generation, are we going to be able to afford a house? And now, with all of these factors in play, and all these macroeconomic trends that have instilled really one feeling in almost every investor out there, and that is fear, right? In some way or another, every sector has been hit by this, we can call it recession, and it also includes crypto, right? The crypto industry. So, has it affected you? I mean, wherever you may be in the world. I mean, it has affected me, of course, and it's not easy what we're going through right now. But in this just understanding of what's happening helps me, help others or understand what's going on. Next time people ask me about crypto and about this market downturn that's happening, I just kindly remind them, hey, this is not an isolated event. The world economy is suffering, right? Not just crypto at this moment. And this is something that's affecting, but on the other side of that coin as well, we have seen that this industry, crypto, is one of the fastest to recover and after a market slump. I mean, just look at what happened in March of 2020 after, all the mayhem that the global health crisis brought about. The markets just dumped, but crypto rebounded pretty rapidly, and this is something that we've seen over time and time again. So I think personally I'm hopeful, and hopeful for the future, especially the crypto industry as a whole. Projects may rise, projects may fall. This is what happens with this new industry that we're learning, we're growing. I think every bear market is a growth opportunity. I heard it somewhere. I believe it's in the Polygon team who said that this isn't a bear market. This is a builder's market. So that's what we're doing. We're joining those builders and at DeFiner, just building, growing together, which I think it's important. So something we have to understand, and I'm giving a few of you also time, inviting you to speak, so that at some point I'll ask you a few questions, kind of discuss what's happening. This market works in cycles. We have to understand that. And this is a problem, what we're seeing, that we're facing today, and we may face in the future, right? We have to be prepared. We have to be prepared for what's happening and for what's coming, but not prepared during the slump. It's like years before this happens. We have the business gurus telling us and about the difficulties and hardships that will hit the market. And it's been happening for a few years now, it's expected that everything that goes up needs to come down at some point. And gravity pulls even the lightest of feathers. I say that because it's what happens, right? But today, that as a preamble, I wanted to talk about another problem that is, I think, far more unpredictable and dangerous, and its consequences are far more devastating than what's happening right now, especially for us crypto holders, and that is mercenary capital, right? So if you have been involved in DeFi for some time, you know what I'm talking about, right? But if you're new to this space, I just want to say that mercenary capital comes from crypto investors, those out there who are seeking just short-term gains. And they hop from protocol to protocol, from one incentive program to the next, basically farm, withdraw, and sell the project's token. And that creates a huge selling pressure for the token. And that causes, the token to drop. So what happens? What happens when the rewards in those programs, they dwindle, they stop altogether? They move to other places, right? These capital, like mercenary miners, they go to different other projects, those incentive programs or liquidity mining programs that are offering more capital, more rewards. They go there. And in part, token dumps are caused by mercenary capital, right? In this case, so I just want to open the floor for discussion, right? I just want to hear your thoughts about this. Like, have you ever been affected by a token dump? Have you ever caused a token dump? I mean, I'm saying that you have to say that, but have you ever been affected by mercenary capital? Like, how has mercenary capital affected you? You've seen that. What are some of your thoughts? I'm gonna, Fugazi, great to have you with us, and Mr. Cheezel as well. We're talking about mercenary capital and token dumps and what they are. And my question was, how has that affected you? Has it? Has it not? Have you seen that happen in the market? I invited you. I'm welcome to. Thank you for being here to speak if you so want. If not, you can always put in the comment section below. As I said, it's recorded. What you think about mercenary capital, how you have been affected. I would like to hear from you and know what you have to say for that. So, yeah, awesome. Well, if I'll take that as a no, it's okay. We can keep going. But time and again, and in my experience, I've seen so many projects ask the question, how do I stop users from dumping my token? Right? They complain about going through a death spiral because how devastated the community is left after the mercenary capital has swiped through there. It comes in and goes out. You don't even see it, but then you feel the consequences of that. So, what is now? I'm Fugazi. I'm glad that you're there. Have you seen? Do you know of any good examples, right, of a token that really hasn't gone through a death spiral or a token dump per se that that you have noticed? I mean, this is not rocket science, but have you kind of looked into that or noticed, or anyone? Well, I do have I know a token that has been sustainable for maybe since, for a long time. I would say since its inception, but Bitcoin, anyone? Bitcoin is really a prime example of a token that, hasn't have neither a death spiral nor a token dump. Like we've seen the price of the Bitcoin trending upward, and just think about it. Like, why do you think that is? Why is the price of Bitcoin trending upward over time? So, and I think that one of the reasons why Bitcoin has that positive price action is its reward system. And Bitcoin, if you're familiar with Bitcoin, it only rewards the committed community network, the miners. And miners, they invest huge capital in mining machines, farms, and it takes time itself. Like Bitcoin mining takes time and effort and energy, and all that time and resources invested, it makes it hard for people to leave the protocol easily. And even if they want to, the miners have to consider the opportunity costs. What all this means is, I think that because of that mechanism that Bitcoin has had, the people with Bitcoin, I mean, this probably happens to you as well. Like, they tend to commit to the network and to the project long term, and now the real question I kind of want to bring up here is, how does this happen? Like, how can we encourage, or how do we encourage users to remain loyal, committed to the projects. They put their their resources into, like time, money, and really avoid, and projects avoid mercenary capital. If you have any ideas about this, I want to know more. You can kind of make a comment or put your comment in the section below. Yeah, I would like to really know about what your thoughts are. Great. Well, so I'll keep going here. That's I think these are pretty cool that we can discuss this, because it's very important to tackle this problem. And we've seen that at DeFiner. We've seen how that mercenary capital producing that death spiral has affected so many people in so many ways, like losing funds or the value of the token. Trends downward, and the community is not happy, right? So at DeFiner, we've been developing the HODLer market, and to precisely solve this problem of mercenary capital, we want to provide a solution, because ultimately we want to help the communities, the projects behind. Projects cannot sustain themselves without a strong community behind them. So we want to provide this tool to help projects and their communities grow together, and profit together, and do more with their crypto together. So basically, we've talked about the HODLer market many times already. You probably know on our social medias that we have posted about it, and we're working on it. But basically, the HODLer market is a permissionless and configurable DeFi lending protocol. Anyone on DeFiner can create a market, a money debt market for any token, right? So I say that, and probably you've read it before, and you're like, okay, so but there are other protocols out there that do kind of similar things, right? Like they support any tokens. They do lending and borrowing, but I think that this definition it just barely scratches the surface. I believe that the HODLer market offers more than just isolated lending markets for tokens, for projects, for communities. And by the way, they're isolated for a reason. So it offers really a platform, right, where protocols and market creators can also create their own incentive programs. They can use it to support or aid their tokenomics and their community, right? So let's say you have a liquidity mining program you can build on the HODLer market. You can do a lockup mechanism to incentivize users to HODL a token, because ultimately the goal of the DeFiner HODLer market is very simple. And it is to HODL, borrow, and earn, right? Providing the right tools to the right people, the right projects, so that they can grow. We can grow together, right? So this is a new way, actually, I believe, of doing DeFi, because projects are getting the help that they need to filter out the mercenary speculators, and only those who are committed. Those who are committed and want to grow with the project are rewarded. So something very interesting about the HODLer market is one of the key features, and that's the configuration, how configurable it is. Like if you have any other projects that out there, like DeFi lending, let us know. Let me know. Like I want to know if the other projects out there that have this level of configuration that I'm just gonna we can talk about right now. Like make a comment below. I want to hear what you have to say. So just imagine this. Coming to a permissionless platform to set up a market on your own terms and on demand, right? And plus, you do that based on the needs of your community, of your project. It doesn't get any better than that, I think. These markets or market creators can come into like the platform. They can customize their markets based on token the collateral, which is the base token, any token, ERC20, and now soon, as we said last week, we're going into Binance, BP20. So select loan currencies like stable assets, USDT, USDC, DAI, and other stablecoin issuers that we're in talks with to enable in that market for people to deposit, withdraw, borrow, lend, earn with those. Collateral factors you can select, HODLing period or the maturity date. This is where you can select the time frame to lock up the tokens for that period of time. Even mining rewards and deposit and borrow APRs based on the utilization rate of your token. So basically you can come in here, have all those tools at your disposal, and even configure the borrow, lend APRs based on the utilization rate and give out mining rewards for your community. So it's an infrastructure that you have available for DeFi lending and borrowing and more for you and your users. So the way I see this is more than yield farming on steroids, because you can build many DeFi use cases for your token, your project, your community. Like you have there, think about it, token, LPs, lockups, and lending and borrowing, enabling that. Even airdrops, right? When you do an airdrop and some people come in, just for the airdrop, get their tokens, and boom, they're gone, right? You don't hear from them anymore. That's kind of mercenary capital right there. Or in reverse, because you offer those tokens to raise awareness of your project, so people can kind of HODL and be with you and join you. But they, most of the time they just leave, right? So you can do airdrop lockups, even vesting, doing governance with the HODLer market, with encouraging people to HODL their tokens and then issuing a stake token or a governance token with that. So it's like similar liquid staking, right? So it's pretty interesting and much more. You can do more, and you can find more information on our help center, and we'll drop it in the description below as well. So all of these mechanisms really help the community feel more attached to the project, and that's what we want. Market creators are supported, and everyone is really loyal and committed to that project, that community, and through the token, because ultimately the token is like the lifeblood of a project in the space, and DeFi and crypto as a whole, to manage those projects and protocols. So the projects with this HODLer market and the customization, the permissionless aspect, is for everyone, right? We want people to attract a community that is committed, people that are not just users of the product or that protocol, but also promoters, right? They will have a stake on this, and they will become, they will promote the project as well. So it's a win-win. We grow together, and no death spirals anymore. So that way, we propose that we can, solve this issue, this problem of mercenary capital, and that can be done working together. So as a market creator, let's say you have the option and the ability to participate in different incentive programs, treasure hunting, that you get a share of as an NFT, a share of the revenue of those markets, so that to further incentivize you, your community, to grow the project and grow the HODLer market together. And that way, instead of having mercenary capital coming in, you have committed capital. Yeah, you have people who want you to grow, because if you grow as a project, then we all grow as a community. So that's what we want with and what we're building. That is, coming. Its official launch is coming very soon. It's on, Ethereum, Polygon, OKX, and very soon Binance. So you'll hear that. So if you have, want to learn more, right? Like, I'm more than happy to connect with you and meet with you. Just contact us. Now, I would like to open the floor, right? For anything that wasn't said, any questions you may have, anything you need clarification for, anything at all that you want us to discuss or talk about. That'd be great to do right now. Thank you. I see the rabbi just joined, so welcome. We just talked about Mercenary capital and the HODLer market. So I'll just open the floor, invite the speakers. So I'll take that that silence as a no, but feel free to join our community, right, and to put your comments in the section below. Again, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into our DeFiner space today. It was great to listen to your input, to be with you today. And as I said earlier, this session is being recorded and will be available for you on Twitter and later on our YouTube channel. So go on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and for those out there who are joining us later, feel free to contact us to find ways to collaborate and add value to our communities. We'll be posting some resources for you in the description below about our discussion today, so you can stay in the know. And if you want the latest updates from DeFiner or just keep in touch with us, you can follow us on Twitter, and even join our Telegram community. And please find the links to our social media channels going to our Twitter profile. And you can see that also in the description below. So thank you so much. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you can stay tuned for more updates. And until next time, Jeral out. See ya.